was a bad day, and my mom and dad were doing what they could do to do the best they could do for me. It was really hard to be dropped off there. And yeah, I still see scenes in my head of seeing them leave. And I
Mm.
remember what I ate that day. It's pretty
Hmm.
amazing. Um, and so that was October 10th, 2012. It, and just as much as I was scared to go in because I felt like I was going into prison or something, it felt like that for me at the time because I was just so miserable. It's a place where they were doing the best they could, is the nicest way to say it. I have no negative thoughts towards the staff or the way the hospital was run or things like that. There's just only so much that healthcare and especially mental health care can do. So it was a perfectly fine place for what they had the resources for. But it felt like a prison. We were very protected. There was not a lot of privacy because of concern of patients harming themselves or harming others. And again, people came in with all kinds of different situations. So it was not even just depression, or I had roommates with anxiety, eating disorders, trauma victims, the PTSD. I mean, like the gamut of all the awful things that people might face in their life. We showered with the door open, no privacy. So it felt very prisony. We got one 10-minute phone call every day. I thought at the time that that seemed cruel. We're told that the reason for that is to really keep yourself focused on what you're doing here, the work you're doing here. It's rehab. It's the
Right.
same way you would, I don't want to say it's the same way you would treat people recovering from drugs or something, but any focus to like outside of your recovery was possibly not going to be
Yeah.
helpful. So 10-minute phone calls, and the people that could come to visit you were a very strict select group of people. And for many patients, that was important because you wouldn't want bad influences from the past or
Hmm.
harmful family members to come by or things like that. I had feelings like this in the hospital too, where like I feel just extremely fortunate to have had the people and the resources that I had with my story, because I feel like I'm in the rare category of people that had the resources and abilities to be taken care of properly.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm really humbled and feel very privileged to have those things. By far in the hospital, I was the one that always got mail. I was the one that always got like solid, happy, healthy phone calls with family. Like, um, it was almost like embarrassing. I almost felt like survivor's guilt sometimes in the hospital.